Happy Monday, folks. Today we are going over a market recap of June 25th or June 30th, 2025. Going over today's trading session. Fortunately, it was a losing day for me today. I had a $135 loss on the day. Current stats as of starting this combine. I started this combine on June 16th. As of today, we are currently in $82 in profit with a win rate 47%, average win to loss 1.2, profit factor 1.1. Okay, going back to the charts. Starting from overnight, here we see Asia's trading session, trading above yesterday's or Friday's close. On Sunday, we see the market open up. It gapped up and continued the upwards trend during the Asia trading session. London trading session from 1 to 4. See market move sideways a bit within this range. Going into the pre-market New York session, price trades above. Here you can see a bearish fair value gap formed in the premium area, just above 50% of the range in the London session. We see that formed here. Price trades in the premium area before we see a continuation downwards. Here we see a breaker block here. Price traded up into it, moving downwards during the New York Open. We see price trade into both London and Asia session lows. You can frame a possible trade setup here with price trading above London session and Asia session. So we see a sweep in liquidity or a liquidity rate up here possibly. We can make that assumption. As a bearish fair value gap is formed, you could frame a possible trade setup here above the Asia and London session highs for a short back to the lows. I did not take this trade here because it is outside of my trading strategy rules, but this is an opportunity that one could take. Here, I just was testing out that theory. I didn't take an actual trade here. Unfortunately, I did not. I should have, but we see a confirmation in the downwards trend after price breaks below the swing low and closes, denoting this as a possible breaker block. We see price trade back into it. If you were to take that trade, aiming for the Asia session lows, see a possible 4.32 RR. Going into today's intra-trading session was very interesting. We'll drop down to the 1-minute chart. So over pre-market and end of day market, we see price break all-time highs, printing a new all-time high at the end of today. As the market opens, we see price trade downwards and we stay in this sideways price action. Here I framed out or drew out the first presented fair value gap. We can see during multiple instances that price traded into it and had somewhat of a reaction. During the morning session, we see price often reject this first value gap. Going into the afternoon trading session, we see price trading above it as it comes back through, treating it as bearish, price trades downwards. And then later in the day, price trades back above it, treating it as a possible zone to take a long. Here I drew out a bullish breaker block here. I didn't, whether it is a valid bullish breaker block, I'm not sure, but from how price behaved within this area, I would make an assumption that is a possible zone of opportunity um, and a possible bullish breaker block or bullish order block. No breaker, sorry. I'm new to ICT concepts. ICT concepts are something that I use to frame my strategy. Um, Over time, as my strategy becomes more refined and effective, I will eventually in a later video go over how my strategy works and where I take my entries and exits. But moving forward, price continued to trade sideways today for a bit. Um, I'm not sure what happened with these long wicks here, doing some damage to both the those holding shorts, those holding longs. It looks like price may have done a possible liquidity sweep below this wick just before continuing to break above previous all-time highs and print a higher high than the pre-session. So now we printed the highest high or all-time high at 22,934. This box here, from what you see, I I took it, I drew it out as a bearish fair value gap, but in hindsight, considering how price behaved around it, this was probably more so formed during the expansion and the downwards trend. So it may not hold much significance as much as this bearish fair value gap that formed here. If we delete, or yeah, we can move this first presented fair value gap. So we'll move this bearish fair value gap just for illustration. Here you can see price did have some reaction within this zone, traded up into it before it broke down, traded up in once more, and moved towards the downside, trading below Asia session lows and taking out intraday trading session lows. As of now, I'm not sure where the market will will open tomorrow. From what I've seen so far, I'm not planning it to take too many trades, or I'm looking to mainly reduce my leverage until price decides to take a direction. From what we've seen so far after this recent leg up from last week, price has been trading sideways for this Monday. So hopefully, maybe throughout this week, we'll see a direction it chooses to take. I'm not expecting much though, considering it is a holiday week. It is the weekend of July 4th. Um, to those out there celebrating, happy July 4th and happy Independence Day. Till the next video. Thank you.